So for the next exercise, we're doing the fundamental pulling movement, and that is the lat pull down. And most people, if you don't have a lat pull down machine, what we're going to do is a band pull down. When I'm talking about fundamental pulling movement, I break down your exercises into certain kind of movements. You have push movements, you have pull movements, you have crunch movements, you have lower body weight-bearing movements like squats and so forth. So I'm breaking the exercises down into different movements, and what that does is actually focuses on specific muscle groups. When you pull, like you're doing a horizontal row or a lat row or pull down or something like that, you're using your biceps, your back muscles, your shoulders, everything like that. So enough blabbing. What I'm talking about here is a pull down with a band. So I have this on my squat cage because it has a chin bar on it. If you don't have a squat cage, which you probably don't, all you do is attach this to the top of a door. How do you do that? Well, let me give you a demo here. You find the halfway point of your resistance band, you just wrap a knot in it. I'm not going to tie this tight because I need it without a knot, but like that. You then open a door, put this on the opposite side, close the door, and then as it pulls through, it gets stuck there, it won't come down. You then have two handles attached above a door. So, because I don't want that, I'm going to take the band out of the knot, or the knot out of the band, sorry. Wrap it above the bar. Both hands are at equal length. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to kneel down. Now, there's various different ways of doing this, but in this case, I'm going to kneel. I'm going to lean forward slightly. I'm going to pull my hands out to the side of my shoulders, and I'm going to pull down. If you're doing this right, you're going to feel like you're getting pulled forward, like you're going to fall forward. And you want that because that's going to work your core. So lean forward a bit, pull the hands out to the side, pull your hands down to the shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and extend all the way back up again, just like so. So you want to be wide, so I'm not going actual chin-up grip, which would be narrow, my hands together, going out to the side, stretching your arms all the way forward, getting that stretch, pull all the way down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Again, feeling like I'm going to lean forward a little bit too far here, and that's all there is to your pull down. And so what that's going to do, again, it's going to work your upper back, your shoulders, it's going to work your biceps, it's going to work all those pulling muscles. Now, again, if you have a lat pull down machine, either in a gym or at home, that's the next exercise, that's the option for you. So you don't have to do a band pull down if you have the option of using a pull down machine. Eventually we're going to get into actual chinning movements, and a lot of people think they can't do a chin up. I'll show you a surefire way to train yourself on how to do an actual chin up regardless of your strength level, but that comes later. That's a different video. Today we're going to stick to the lat pull down and the band pull down. So here's your band pull down. Now let's go to the lat pull down. Okay, so if you got a lat pull down machine, if you have access to one, if you have one in your home, this is exactly what we're going to do. You're going to take a wide grip on the bar. So I'm just pulling the bar down. In this machine I face opposite. Have a seat. My knees are underneath the rollers here for support. I'm going to take, again, a wide grip, thumb under, thumb over the bar, doesn't matter. Now, important point, lean back slightly. You're going to keep a little bit of a lean back here, look up straight between the hooks on this thing, and then pull directly under your chin. Hold right there for just a second, arms all the way forward, but without doing this. You're not bringing your body forward and then leaning back. We're not doing this movement at all. So you're pulling back, you're locking into this position, pulling the bar down, top of the chest, straight back up, get those arms extended, right back down again, just like that. And that is your lat pull down the proper way. Now, when you do that lean back, like I just showed you, you're getting the angle that we did with the bands. So when we were doing the band exercise, we were leaning forward a bit, we're pulling the bands this way. We weren't pulling directly underneath or from overhead. So when we do this exercise, well, it's the same thing what we're doing. We're sitting on the machine, leaning back and pulling this way to get that little bit of an angle. The muscles of your upper back and your shoulders work better from this angled position. Now we're not doing a horizontal row, that's different altogether. But we're doing a vertical row with a little bit of a lean back just to get that angle, squeezing the shoulder blades together, bringing out all that definition in your upper back, and that's your lat pull down. Okay, so for your next exercise, we're going to do a step up. A step up is not so much a strength training exercise as it is kind of what I call a cardio fusion exercise. And what that means is we're kind of combining strength training and cardio training into one exercise, thus the term fusion. All right, I drag my bench out here, make sure it's flat, and make sure it's steady. You don't want one of those wobbly benches that's going to tip over on you. So for a step up, really simple, just like the name says, you're just stepping up onto the bench and then stepping down onto the floor. You step up with one leg, other leg comes up, touches, you step down with the same leg. That means on the next set, you're going to step up with the opposite leg and down with that leg. So you're always stepping up with a different leg. So we're going to do this in quick succession. So we're going to start at like on 15, 20 reps, and one step up, one step down is one rep. So for instance, 1 rep, 2 reps, 3 reps. You're going to do that fast. You're going to do your 15 to 20 reps. Again, what we're trying to do here is get the heart rate up. Start breathing heavy. We're not using any weight. You're not going to hold on to any dumbbells. You're just going to try and get as many reps as you can in that time frame that I give you. So in your program guide, it'll actually tell you to do as many as you can in a time frame. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and then you're going to do as many as you can in that 30 seconds, write that down, and then try and beat that on every single set after that. It seems pretty basic, but it is surprising how difficult this can be if done correctly. And you're not, lollygagging. We're not just going, take one step up, one step down. And you're doing this quick. So if you're doing this right, just like that. So try and do it quickly. That's your step ups. Okay, so now we have another fusion type exercise. This one's called an over-under. Now this is something I've taken from boxing. In my boxing training, we used to do a lot of this kind of stuff. And what it does is actually improves your mobility. So what we're really working on here is getting your hips nice and loose, your lower back loose, but we're also working your cardio a little bit, and then also bringing strength training into it in your lower body. So we're kind of doing a little bit of everything. The reason why this exercise is in the very first program is because it's such a great exercise for getting your body loose and mobile, from getting, a lot of people have really stiff lower back, it's just not that flexible, stiff hips. All this stuff can lead to significant problems down the road. Most people skip this kind of stuff when they first start training, and then later on they find they have sore back, their back gets really stiff, they're always stiff after they work out, and that should not be the case. So, an over-under, what we want to do here is, because we're not actually using a rope, what we do in boxing is we actually have a rope, somebody holding a rope on either end, and it's about waist height. So here what you're doing is just imagining this rope. So imagine you have a rope right in front of you, about this high, right about here. You could kick your leg over top of it. So what we're doing is we have this rope right here. We're going to step under the rope like that, and then we're going to step under it again like that. Now we're going to step over the rope and then over the rope again. So bring the knee up high, across, and across, and across, and across. So we go under, over, over, just like that. And then do it in succession. So under, over, over, under, over, over, like that. So you're going to do that multiple times. Just look in your program guide for the exact number of reps. Step under, bring your other leg under again, other leg under, over, other leg over, over, other leg over. One under and one over counts as one rep. That is your over-unders.